Rincon coming out of the blue corner with the red trunks and the black trim. It's the purple trunks with the white trim out of the red corner for Zab Super Judah. And we are underway here very shortly. 3-minute rounds, 10 of them in the books. And Zab Judah coming out early with quick right-hand jabs.
Well, this has all the making to be a main event that will go down in Canadian boxing history. Noel Mejia Rincon is absolutely no slouch fighter coming out of Mexico. 21-13. I have seen him fight before. He is a very smart fighter. He definitely likes to play his own game. And I think he's got a test in him coming against the 6-time 3-division world champion that is Zab Super Judah.
When Zab Judah now working to try and just stalk his opponent, trying to find the range, find a way to get under work here as he works to try to continue his push for a 7th world championship. And he does that here in the Dakota ring.
Zab was incredibly excited to come up to fight to Canada, some place he said he always wanted to fight in, and you can see that show of respect with the Canadian Maple Leaf socks that he's sporting here with his electrifying purple shorts.
See now the snapping jabs that are coming forward and just trying to find the range is Zab Judah. Again, you see the Mexican fighter continuing to try and find a full range. Zab trying to close it. So on the back foot right now, the Mexican Rincon.
Zab looks very calm. Very, very, very calm. I mean, this is a guy who has fought on the biggest stages in the world. He is now on the biggest stage in Canada, and he is out to show everybody what he's got. Came out and won his last fight in New Jersey, his comeback fight, but this is the fight that he said is going to really show that he's back and he means business.
There was a good snap there from Judah, a 1-1-2 combination. Always multiple jabs, never throwing out. There's a return punch that came from Rincon.
Zab is noted as a legendary speed puncher, but at the same time, a guy who's got incredible knockout power. 43 wins, 30 by way of knockout.
And who can forget that bout against Floyd Mayweather, as they were fighting for a vacant championship, and ultimately it was a fight that was really a lot closer than I thought that the scorecards came. I thought Zab got the back end of that decision. There was the famous dust up right after that. Fines went flying, but Zab Judah, again, one of the world's best boxers, stepping in here in the main event of Dakota Fight Night.
This is a guy who is the undisputed world champion. I mean, he has held all the belts. As much as we know that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is known to be the pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet, this is a man who went toe-to-toe with him and, frankly, gave him some of the best competition he has.
And a bit of a feeling out period here in round one. Tough round to call. Zab landed a few more shots on there, so we give the round to him. Both fighters had 1 or 2 exclamation points, but the more aggressive fighter is Judah as well. So that's a 10-9 round in my books. But a quick nod there. You saw the speed of the uppercut right at the end of the round there that missed, but you can see now the speed at which he does throw those punches. So that feeling out period is over. They start to engage now as they work into the mid-rounds.
I mean, his comeback fight 2017, now his really fight that he feels is going to turn the tides is now in 2018. Still wants to get comfortable. So like you said, feel out round. We are very early in a long, potentially long war.
I talked to Rincon's corner and they said, look, we know who we're fighting, but it doesn't faze us. To us, it's just another guy who's stepping across there. And if we get lost in the spectacle that is Zab Judah, we're not going to be able to box. So we're out there just boxing the guy who's right in front of us. And it's the perfect attitude to take.
It's the only attitude to take when you're fighting a guy like that. That the fame, the mystery around a fighter like Zab Judah can really play into your mental game. And I don't think Noel Rincon is going to play into that game at all. I mean, these are guys that come out with 200-300 fights as amateurs before they turn pro.
There's a straight right that lands. And again, the southpaw Zab Judah. Awkward to fight against. Good back step there from Judah.
You can hear the calls from his coach in his corner. Zab, quite the family affair. It's a family team of boxers. All of his siblings fight as well and box. I mean, they are a boxing family to the core.
His father, a world champion kickboxer. So the lineage not far here as they go from kickboxing to straight boxing. But again, you look at Zab Judah throughout his career has been a very aggressive fighter. Here's the aggression now as Zab Judah is throwing punches. He landed 4 punches and immediately going to grab was Rincon. Look at the speed. It went from 0 to 150.
He looks like he's just cruising, feeling things out, and then all of a sudden, like a coiled snake, he attacks, and that was vicious.
There's a return punch from Rincon, and you see Zab Judah, a quick smile on his face. I think he saw an opening and didn't jump on it, and the smile perhaps just saying, hey man, I had you.
And you saw that slip. That was a millimeter slip where Zab was able to just move enough so Rincon's punch just went by his cheek, did not strike him at all.
Look at that left hand. It just fires in there, and you talk about the speed and power that are there from Zab Judah is just phenomenal in this matchup.
Rincon still very much in this fight. I mean, one flurry, one real push there by Zab, but Rincon is still continuing his assault himself. He's moving, trying to keep his body and head movement very, very fluid to try to brush off some of these shots from Zab.
Well, I'm not quite sure, but I'm just looking at the nose of Rincon, and it doesn't look the way it did at the beginning of this fight. So perhaps something there that Zab landed and just shifted out of place. It's not bleeding or anything, but it definitely doesn't look right.
I would agree with you, again, Jeremy, which seems to be our theme of this evening. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot of blood coming out of it as of yet. Indicative of a lot of fighters with multiple broken noses. Sometimes they bleed, sometimes they don't.
There's a good combination there coming back from Rincon that Judah was able to dodge out of the way of, but definitely showing that he's got some life in this fight. That's another round there for Zab Judah. Call it a 10-9 round as well. So take a look at some of the highlights here throughout the match. And you see, like, this is just a combination, and Zab is immediately set for defense every time the hips start to switch. But this is where the punches come in, and we had to slow it down just so you could see this onslaught that came. Look at the big left hand that comes from Zab Judah, lands flush on the face of Noel Rincon. And Rincon showing that he's staying involved. That's a good body shot. But again, just outside the range of what Zab Judah is trying to give is Rincon.
This is very much Zab Judah's fight to lose. We all know who he is. We all know where he's from. We all know what he's done. But that does change when that bell rings. It's man on man, athlete on athlete, and the action is on. Consistently doubling up the jab. Great head movement. Use of the different levels by Judah so far. Rincon very much the more stand-up fighter style right now. A little bit wider of a stance than many of the Mexican fighters that I've seen.
It's Judah in the purple trunks. It's the red trunks for Noel Rincon. Jeremy Ballantyne and Jada Nance ringside along with you to bring the action of this main event of Dakota Fight Night here from the Grey Eagle Event Center in the Grey Eagle Hotel Resort and Casino.
Honor to be announcing a fight in the Tsuut'ina Nation. This is the land of warriors. There have been thousands of warriors that have come out of this place, and this land is sacred when it comes to combat.
Nice combination there. 2 landed into the guard, but the cross found a way in. There's a shot that's fairly low, and Joel Scobie going to tell him he's got to get those punches up.
Good show of respect. Bow from Zab, knowing that, yeah, I got to keep my hands or my shots up. I understand. Good body shot attempt by Noel Rincon. Zab, quick tie-up, getting back in the position he wants.
When you see that just a small indication of the level that these two fighters are. They were tied up, and Joel Scobie was about to step in, and I think there was kind of three taps on the back of Zab Judah by Rincon, saying, "Hey, we're just going to have a clean break. We're not going to punch off of it." I think that's there's just excellent. The little intricacies of boxing that are excellent. Very subtle, but very specific.
Good shot landed by both fighters. A little bit more on the damage from Zab as he connected.
There's the miss, and when Zab dodges a punch, he actually moves in and he closes the distance. He doesn't want to get caught with a trailing punch, and he wants to set himself up to attack on Rincon's way out. And that's what he's doing right now, and he's doing an excellent job of it so far, just avoiding damage.
Another shot, maybe a little bit low by Zab. But you're right, Jeremy, he's not been on his heel once. I mean, even as Noel's landed a body shot or a jab to the face, Zab has continuously come forward or sidestepped in an aggressor manner.
Judah now working the outside. Owning the center is Noel Rincon. And a good round overall for both fighters, both landing damage. Perhaps more damage going to Zab Judah, as he will take round 3 here, at least on my scorecard.
Noel just dropped down. Seems to be having a bit of trouble here. Not quite sure what the problem was.
And Scobie telling him to get to his corner. There were some punches that did land low, and
I see a bit of a limp there. I'm almost wondering if he tweaked something in his leg.
It's very strange. I wonder if we could see anything on the replay. There were some low punches. Yeah, and he is talking about hitting the below the belt. And although those punches were low, they landed right on the belt. And I can understand the corner being frustrated. But again, the referee, in his estimation, did not see anything illegal.
Oh, matter of inches, matter of millimeters, as we all know. These punches are landing with such accuracy. When he hits the belt, it can be perceived as a low blow, but Joel Scobie in control of the act. And Zab coming out with a flurry right out of the gate.
And I think Zab is, at this point, deciding that there's a low blow. And Zab going down. And they're going to call timeout, and I wonder if it's a low blow, and Zab looked up.
We'll catch this on the replay. See if we can see this as a low blow, and we come into the in-between rounds. Zab taking his rest period. Referee Joel Scobie calls it back in. Zab Judah back in the middle of the ring. Noel Rincon seeming quite almost angry, seeing if he can use this aggression to turn the tide of this fight. Great head movement by Zab, making sure he stays just outside of the range of Noel Rincon.
Picking up the pace now is Rincon. He's trying to instill that he's still involved in this fight. He's still, he might be down a few rounds, but he still wants to be there, still throwing. And Zab Judah just now coming forward, trying to find a way to just get his opponent off balance, try and find a way to be able to land multiple punches without them hitting the guard.
We're 3 rounds in of 10, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a very long war. So being down the 3 rounds, Noel still has time to turn the tides of this fight with the judges if he's able to win a couple of really strong rounds here early.
Good work by, again, Judah. There's a nice step in. And good on Rincon from recognizing the danger as he stepped in, that Judah was keying in on that point. Combination that misses. Judah just finding a way to read the punches before they even come, just watching those shoulders and seeing the angle at which they're coming.
41 years old with the speed of a 20-year-old. Noel, again, 33 years old himself. No young boxer by any means necessary, but still the junior of Mr. Zab Judah. And it shows what these high-level professional athletes are able to do.
Oh, there's some speed back. Here comes Rincon with a nice combination. It was a flurry from Judah, and then Rincon replied with a flurry of his own. 6 or 7 punches landed in return, and that gets the crowd going here.
Wake Zab up a little bit, let him know, hey, I'm here, I'm standing in front of you, and I am not backing down. Good shot, end the round.
Nice first action there from Rincon, and he threw some punches that landed. A tough round to call. You know what? Just like I did last time, giving it to Rincon. We're going to give him a round back as he was landing his best round so far. Zab Judah still landing a lot of punches, but it was Rincon landing probably the best combination of the round. And we can see in the corner, this is the first time that the corner of Zab Judah has been animated in how he's got to be able to deal with this fighter in front of him, who, although the first couple rounds went to Judah, this man is here to fight.
Is he ever? And this was his round. He came out, and look at the flurry of punches by Noel Rincon. Zab almost looked stunned, not quite knowing what to do when it came to him coming in. Tied him up, was able to get back in the position that he wanted, and came out with a strong performance to end the round. But again, Jeremy would agree with you. That round goes to Noel Rincon.
We got this.
So 5th of 10 rounds here. Zab Judah versus Noel Rincon. Judah in the purple and white trunks, the red and black trunks for Rincon, and that's a nasty left hand that landed, went through the guard, and that hurt Rincon for sure.
Definitely hurt Rincon. It landed right underneath his eye. A dangerous place to get hit.
Here's the jab getting to work. And I'm sure there was the corner of Zab Judah telling him, hey, let's pick up the pace here. Let's try to impose our will.
And 4 rounds down into the 5th. It's time to start getting busy. Recognizing that Noel comes out with that combination of his own in the 4th round, I think Zab's corner is telling him, look, I know you, what we all know what you can do, but you got to come out, push that pace a little bit, put on a show.
Big swing and just missing is Rincon.
Very calm, very calculated, are both fighters respecting the fact that either one of them can cause serious damage with any shot.
Jab to the body from Zab Judah.
There's that use of that jab. Couple of jabs right through the guard of Rincon.
And a return right hand from Rincon. Zab Judah definitely the more aggressive of the fighter, just missing with that huge left hand.
A swing and a miss as his foot actually leaves the canvas, trying to separate the head of Noel Rincon from his body.
Clean break from Joel Scobie. Good head movement from Rincon. Zab using that jab right now.
Good parry of shots by Zab. Still being very calculated. That's a strong body shot by Zab. Good return, couple of jabs though from Noel Rincon.
Good straight, some nice head movement. Just missing is Rincon now. On the back foot, the aggressor is Zab Judah. Final 10 seconds remaining. 2 straight jabs from Zab Judah. And another round in the books here. 5 rounds down. Give that one back to Zab Judah there. Call it 4 rounds to 1. And you see, again, the clinical striking and the excellent head movement of Zab Judah. And he just avoids all the big shots, with the exception of one that caught, but all the rest are just slipping.
You know, when that shot landed, he tied up Rincon. It was definitely him recovering a bit, making sure that he regained his composure. The rest of the times by Zab has all been positional, wanting to get out of a spot he doesn't like, forcing the breaks so he can come back in and go into a position that he wants to be in.
Zab in the corner having a look at this wonderful venue here at the Great Eagle Event Center. And a home that we're happy to be a part of here, especially for fights of this caliber. Zab Judah and Noel Rincon. These 4 double jabs by Zab Judah.
Starting to open up a little bit in his stance, not quite as tight as Zab was at the beginning here. Wonder if he's trying to have Noel lead in and catch him off guard.
Oh, just a world class. He's a world class counterpuncher, and you need to be a 6-time world champion. Always an aggressive fighter, but just he sets up the aggression so that his opponent will come back and try and counterpunch, and that's when he counterpunches again over the top. And right now, Rincon not biting on the counter punches that Zab is setting himself up for.
Noel's fighting a good fight. He's exactly what you said, Jeremy. He's making sure that he doesn't get suckered in, which is a similar style to Ana Linose had in our co-main event, where he was not getting suckered into to the shots, but he's going to have to get busy if he wants to take this fight into his hands.
Well, the difference is when Ana Linose was coming forward, he was able to land. Zab Judah's head movement is making it extremely difficult for Rincon.
Zab's movements are so deliberate, so natural, just looks very, very comfortable. Blood's starting to form under the right nostril, though, of Zab Judah. Well, those shots obviously coming in and causing some damage here.
And some blood also from the mouth of Judah. Pretty good blood, an indicator that a shot has been landed, but it doesn't take much to get any of those things bleeding.
Talk about ring control. Zab has controlled the flow of this fight when it comes to a position in the ring this entire time. He's more or less stayed in the center of the ring and continually forced Noel Rincon to the outside. You hear the fans calling on Zab to let those hands go.
And Zab's going to pick his moments. And he talked about it in the pre-fight video about the difference, just the combat intelligence that he brings and not overextending, trying to find a way to pick his spots. And you saw it in the second round. He had a nice flurry, and in the third round he had a nice flurry. There's a big shot from Zab Judah. And you can't have a long career. You can't be as a boxer like Zab Judah is without knowing that it's about avoiding the damage. You know, you could take, I'm sure Zab Judah could take 100 punches and be fine with them and shrug them off, but he wouldn't be in a good position, not like he is right now, landing big shots, trying to escape his Rincon, but Zab Judah not wanting him to get out, and that is another nice combination, perhaps for cementing that round for Zab Judah.
Go up to the replay. You can see the head movement that Zab Judah possesses is just absolutely legendary in this sport of boxing, and he's putting on a clinic as it relates to this head movement, getting out of the way of danger and leading in with some of his big shots.
And you see again, just trying to pick a spot. There was the good left hand that came, that landed flush. An uppercut that just missed, caught the chin. There's the combo right at the end of the round. This is when Rincon was trying to get away, and Zab Judah said, you're coming back to this corner. This is where I want you to work.
You can see the instruction in the corner of Noel Rincon, wanting him to stay busy and try to pick some shots that I think are going to get through the guard of Zab Judah here in these later rounds.
And Judah popped out of his stool the second that the seconds out command was there, and not showing any of his age right now. Like you mentioned, the speed of a 20-year-old. He's in phenomenal shape.
Well, you can tell this is the place where he belongs. This is where Zab Judah feels the most comfortable. You know, you could tell a fighter coming back a lot of times don't have the same pizzazz they did when they first fought, but Zab displays a consistent level of technique, a consistent level of athleticism that, you know, is indicative of a multi-time world champion.
Some patience here shown by Zab Judah, trying to solve the head movement right now of Noel Rincon,
which is first class in its own right. Great head movement, just getting out of the way of that swinging left hook by Zab Judah.
Just glancing blow there. And again, the southpaw. Now you see some blood coming from the nose of Rincon. Zab Judah with the purple trunks, white trim. And there's one that's low.
Good body
coming down to cover it.
Change of levels there again by Zab. He is trying to punish him.
These are big, massive punches. And I think Rincon upset that he put the hand down to say, hey, that was a lower shot. And you just got to keep boxing at this point. And, you know, the belt area, you can't hit below the belt, but on the belt is fine. So, yes, they are low, but they are not low enough that would be considered an illegal shot.
No,
so
we've got a world-class ref here as well. I mean, he's on top of the action. You have to box so you hear his voice or you hear that bell. If you stop for half a second, you are putting yourself in danger.
Matching head movement. Trying to find a way in. Zab perhaps baiting him. The hand's low. Trying to get that right hand to fire off, and the right hand fires off. That's when he's going to pounce. There's the right hand. However, Rincon closing the distance, not allowing Zab Judah to get off.
There we go, a little smile of Zab, connecting and liking the way that one felt. Noel's doing a great job, though, of really staying out of danger. He's definitely taking some big shots, obviously, in this fight, but it could be a lot worse with some of the combination that Zab's put together.
You see now Zab Judah trying to find a way. There's a good return punch from Rincon, a right hand, and a left hand in return is to say, hey, you got one on me, I'm going to get one right back on you. And another round for Zab Judah. We're through 7, and I have it as 6 rounds to 1 for Zab Super Judah.
Look up at the replay here. Again, that double up jab with the follow-up. Straight punch to Noel. Been great at changing his levels again. You can see this assault that started with a right to the body, right jab to the body, and then he comes in and tries to pounce on Rincon.
Well, taking any advantage that your opponent's going to give you. Your opponent is not going to, he's reacting to that shot that he felt was low. It was on the belt, and that's completely fine. And Zab Judah just punished him for it, and you see that end of the round exchange. Rincon landed a right, Zab Judah said, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get you back for that one, and then threw a left of his own.
Zab just pops out of his stool every time, right to the center of the ring. Goes back to doing what he does best.
His own.
Zab just pops out of his stool every time, right to the center of the ring. Goes back to doing what he does best. into these later rounds, 8 of 10. This is when you're going to see these guys start to really push the pace.
Cardio for days on both fighters. The movement's still excellent, the same as it was in round 1.
Fighters that are used to going the distance, and both these gentlemen are definitely used to putting in the work over 10 rounds.
Zab waiting for Rincon to engage, and Rincon trying to pick his spots. Knows that going toe-to-toe with Zab Judah is a very dangerous prospect, so trying to find a way to land the one big shot to take advantage of that situation. Good head movement from Zab, able to slip back and avoid that quick right hand. Stab still bouncing.
Zab, though, again, as much as he's got the movement, he still is taking the center of the ring. Huge right hook by Zab, starting to put the power behind those punches.
This is a nasty combination that's set up by Zab Judah. Each one of his punches that hits is doing damage. There was a return right hand, a left hand from Rincon. But Zab Judah, every time that he lands a big combination like that, Rincon has a look of just grimacing on his face because he eats 3 or 4 in a row. There's a nice pass from Zab Judah, just hand checking that punch in.
Those quick little parries are really good for setting up that shot. You're almost using the momentum of your opponent's punch to add power to your strike as you come in.
Left hand in from Zab Judah, and again the feet starting to move.
Zab continuing to press forward. Rincon doing anything he can to try to find a hole who can land a big shot and shake up Zab Super Judah.
And again, you see Judah bringing it into the corner. A dominant round right now for Judah. There's a nice counter there. Caught Rincon leaning in and landed a big shot here with just short time remaining. And another round for Zab Judah. Very successful so far in his Dakota debut, as he is up 7 rounds to 1 through 8. Here we see a straight left hand, followed by a nice combination. And the hands go down from Rincon after a combination lands like that. You see some of these nice little hand checks. There's another one there. These little parries, they slip there by Judah.
Yeah, and that was him tying him up there right against the rope. Zab's back against the rope. That quick little tie-up brings them back and gives him the opportunity to take the center of the ring.
Nice little slip there by Judah.
And turns his opponent towards the outside, continues the dominance as it relates to ring position.
There's a pop-up again on there, but not to be outdone. Right popping up again was his opponent, Rincon.
Both fighters, as you said now, 9th round of 10. Both fighters continually look as if they are not gassed and are able to continue this assault through 10 rounds.
There's a nice left hand from Zab Judah. Glanced off the gloves, but did catch a little bit ahead.
You can hear the shouts of his Zab's corner. Keep the head movement up. Keep busy.
There's a nice combination set up from Rincon. And a return back and a quick smile here from Zab Judah. Nice left hand that lands right flush in the middle of the body.
Rincon doing a good job of staying out of danger.
Judah has not yet landed a strong punch here in round number 9. The only highlight of the round so far going to Rincon. It was a good right hand. There's a nice little combination from Rincon as well.
A little feint on the jab, followed up by the right.
Triple up on the jab from Zab Judah. And now a double up.
Those subtle variations from 2 jabs to 1, 3 jabs to 2, really throw off your opponent when they're trying to judge what you're going to do so they can line up their shots. And as well as changing the levels, body, head, changing those levels as they can come in, just make it incredibly difficult to pick a shot that's going to cause the damage that you're looking for.
Rincon, a nice punch that lands to the body. And a clean break.
Good parry.
That's one thing that Zab Judah has been doing extremely well throughout the entire fight. Is just that ability to parry all of the punches that are coming in.
Oh, no kidding. His head movement, parrying those punches, and then controlling where this fight has gone. For the most part, he's taken the center of the ring or pushed Rincon out of the center of the ring, saying, this is my Maple Leaf. I'm standing here. Come at me.
And short time remaining in round here. There's a big shot right at the end. But in my opinion, I don't think that's enough to steal the round back for Zab Judah. He was the busier of the fighters was Rincon. He landed the more clean shots. Now again, we don't get the advantage of looking at punch stat numbers or anything like that. It's just about our recollection here. But I give another round to Rincon.
It's close for sure. I mean, Zab is clearly the front runner in the fight, but Rincon is in it, and he's going to continue to stay in it, moving in to our final round.
Round 10 here. As you see some of the highlights from here, from round number 9, the jabs were coming forward from Zab Judah, but it was Rincon that landed more of the damage in that round. A nice little fake there that's set up, trying to get Zab Judah out. And again, we're going to have our final round here in our main event at the Grey Eagle Event Center. Zab Judah versus Noel Rincon.
They have popped off those stools every single round. This is exciting boxing. What a main event. Dakota Fight Night right here in Tsutina Nation, Alberta. Zab, quick double up on the jab. Again, pushing Noel to the outside.
Zab definitely leaning on the scorecards. So it's his fight to lose at this point, but I know that for his own career that he wants to have a knockout here, so he's going to be coming forward in this last round. Has been coming forward for the majority of the fight. Very rare that you'll see Zab Judah on the back foot.
As I mentioned earlier, 43 wins, 30 knockouts. This is a guy who loves to headhunt. Yes, he's definitely played the point game here thus far, but this is not a guy who likes to settle and leave it to the judges regardless.
Good work right now by Judah, just trying to keep Rincon at bay, not allowing Rincon to ever have a scoring opportunity. That one went a little bit low. They're going to touch gloves here and keep going. Problem is, I think Judah realized that the punch landed low, but it was him that pushed it down there, and as he was trying to pass it. So there's a big return there, and there's going to be a stop and a warning not to leave your feet.
Nice. I think it was a step on the foot is what it was. Caused Rincon to go off balance a little bit. Quick little tune up on the boots, get the gear back in order.
All we need is the magic spray now from soccer. That's kind of what we needed there.
Zab continuing that move forward. Head movement is as crisp as it was in round one. World-class boxers in a world-class main event.
Nice setup there. And there's a big left hand from Zab Judah. Zab set that one up. This is a nice combination. Now throwing big punches. Zab Judah trying to end this fight here in the 10th round. Wants to land the big shots. We'll see if this pace continues from Judah.
Zab really wants this knocked out. You can just feel the energy as Zab's fans are coming out in force.
In the 10th round, Judah with the best combination in the round so far. It was a double-up combination. There's the left hand again, that bait, trying to get Rincon to step in and hit him with that left uppercut. Short time remaining now. Zab Judah, Rincon in the center of the ring, and that's how it's going to end. 10 rounds in the books.